Hello, in this video we will be talking about the instructions for the MyStoryStarter assignment that is in the Unit 2 Day 16 lesson plan of the APCSA curriculum. These instructions that I'm showing you could be found on the Else If presentation in the curriculum on slides 7 and 8. So here are the instructions. You will be writing a story, and you will be provided with a shell in Replit with starter code to write the story. Your story should be interactive and allow the user to make choices at 2 different points in the story about how the story progresses. So you can see that that's where your conditional statements, your if else, else if statements would come in, because you have decisions to make. At the first decision branch, the user should have 3 options, and at the second branch, the user should have 2 options. So if they have 3 options and then 2 more, then that gives you 6 different endings to the story. When you are writing code like this and you need to print really long statements, then one of the ways to make that happen and make it more readable is to use the concatenation, which is plus, and the escape sequence of \n. So the plus just means this is all going to be part of the same block of code, and the \n means new line. So that means that this will print. This is an example of a very long string and and on the next line, that \n makes it go to the next line, format it for readability, and so on. So that's the way you do it if you have a really long block of text that you want to print. All right, so let's look at the starter code. Okay, so here's the starter code. Notice that we have imported a scanner because we want user input, and the scanner is how we get user input from where they key it in into the program. We've instantiated a new scanner object called keyboard. We use that scanner object to call scanner methods. In this case, we're calling the nextInt method from the scanner class. So we use the dot syntax, so keyboard.nextInt. This object we're calling the nextInt method. So we're expecting the programmer here to code the program in such a way that their choices are going to be numbered with integers. And so the user will put in an integer to determine their choice. So let's look at how this is done with the solution program here. So here is one possible solution. So they have here done the concatenation and the escape sequence here so that whenever they run this, you'll have a nice little story. It won't just be running off the edge of the screen here. So let's run it and then we'll go look at the code again. So when you run it, you get that. So here's this part printing out here. Notice that it's easily readable. So they set up the story and then they say, okay, enter the number of your choice here. And they give you 3 choices. And so you choose one and you enter, it gives you a result. And then they give you 2 more choices and you enter another one and it gives you the result of that choice. And what they've done is they gave you 3 here and then 2 here. So 3 times 2, you're going to have 6 total possibilities. And if you look at the way they've coded it, they've used if else and else if statements in order to get this coded. And you can see they've used the concatenation and the escape sequences all the way through to make their text readable to the user. Okay, so that is what this program is all about. So use your creativity, and it's fun whenever you give this to the students in your class because they are very creative and the stories are enjoyable to read there too. It's a lot of fun.